Hello. Thank you. Welcome to Business Over Coffee International Share TV. I'm Patrina Singletary. I am the Business Over Coffee International Nashville Regional Director, and I'm so very happy to be here with you on today. So we would like to first off welcome our virtual audience, and we appreciate your participation, and we want to give you some information how you can be interactive with us as we go through these interviews. First of all, it is at BO Coffee. At BO Coffee, you can join us there. Hashtag BOCI, hashtag networking, hashtag publishing, hashtag authors, okay?
On
be sure.
Twitter.
On Twitter, that's right. I keep forgetting that. I'm still learning social media. How about you guys? Is it just me or?
No.
Okay. No, that I appreciate that. So, but anyway, I'm learning, I'm flexible. So, but be sure and join us and give us your feedback on the authors that we have on the show today. As well as, if you have any information about Business Over Coffee International as a whole, we'll be more than happy to supply information for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. We have a fantastic guest on the show today, Miss Maricia Sherman, who is a very noted author. So we're going to go ahead and find out a little bit more about Maricia. Hi, Maricia. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well.
Good deal.
Good. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you, and welcome.
Thank
you for coming out today.
Thank
we
you so
appreciate
much
you.
for having me.
You're
I
very
appreciate
welcome.
being here. It's an honor.
Not a problem at all. And and speaking of honor, you do a lot of things. You wear many hats, Maricia.
I
So,
do.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, doesn't she? Yeah,
I
she wears
do.
a lot of hats.
Mhm.
And the thing of it is that we're going to talk about a couple of the things that you do.
Okay.
Because we only have a short period of time. Now, if we had longer, we'd talk a little bit more about what you do. But just a couple of things. One of which is her motivation.
Yes.
I've got to ask you about that.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about her motivation.
Well, I always start out with saying that her motivation is a pep rally for women on wheels.
Oh, yes.
We
Yes,
come
yes.
together at her motivation events, which we like to call her groove.
Yes.
And I explain that by saying, how we used to say, girl, get your groove on. Well, your groove is whatever your passion is. It's whatever.
I see your groove.
Yes. That is what we say at the events. We celebrate the women, and when they show us what their passion or what their groove is, we say, I see your groove.
Wow.
So if you're an author, we say, I see your writing groove. I see that arts and crafts groove.
Good deal.
I see that spoken word groove. I see the preaching groove.
Right.
It's whatever your groove is. I was sharing with someone earlier in our live audience that the Urban Dictionary says that a groove is to interact smoothly with business associates, friends, and family. So that's what we're doing. We're grooving together with the
Love
female persuasion,
Love
her
it.
groove.
There you
Yeah.
go. And ladies in the listening audience, we can relate, right?
Yeah, they see my groove.
Yeah.
They see my groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kudos, that pat on the back and everything. So, definitely. Now, I think I'm a little groovy. I'm not really
think
sure.
so.
but,
I think you are.
I think I may
I think
be.
so.
But how do you know when you're grooving? Because that's the thing.
Well, that is exactly, I'm glad you asked that question because that is exactly what Drop the Rock is about, and that's what we're going to talk about today about the book. But you know that you're grooving when you're happy.
There
You
go.
would do it for
There you go.
free.
Yes.
You would do
Yes.
it if somebody says, "Will you?" Yeah, you're the first one to jump up with your pom poms and say, "I'll do it."
That's it.
I'll
That's
write
it.
it. I'll speak it. I'll say it. I'll perform it.
Wow.
And you don't have to be concerned about whether the paycheck comes. No,
Yeah.
we like to have little things because I like
There
to
you go.
shop.
That's right.
But I would do it for free.
Oh, I love
I
that.
love to see the faces of the ladies be excited about
Sure.
what they're moving into and be excited about their purpose and their calling, that her motivation, that she, so
I so love
I
that.
love seeing it.
Right,
And that's
right.
my reward is to see them move forward, to take them from immobility to mobility,
Yes.
to watch them move forward. So
Oh.
that's rewarding in itself.
It
When
is.
you have a woman who has been in a slump per se,
Exactly.
for lack of better words, or not feeling motivated or inspired, and then to see her come to one of the events, and then I see her next time, she's like, Maricia, I got my business card.
Wow.
Maricia, I did this and that. Oh, I'm just exploding with happiness because I'm
Right.
like, girl, I see your groove. And she does.
Yes,
So I like it. I love it.
And that's the thing, because I'm hearing a lot of things. I'm
Yes.
getting a lot of takeaways. One of which is following your passion.
Yes.
And especially when you said you would do this even if you weren't getting paid for
Yes.
it. And then you're happy about it.
I
You know,
am. I
that
really am.
happiness
I
thing,
am.
that was first and foremost because you would definitely have to be happy. And so following your passion, you automatically, in most cases, you are happy. So, and then too, all of that equates to being groovy.
Yes.
So I think that I got it. I think I got it.
Oh, I know you got it. I see your groove too.
Oh, you do?
Yes. I see your groove.
Well, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. And the thing of it is that I love your enthusiasm, you know, and everything that this, because I'm going to call it the movement, everything that her motivation, the movement
Yes.
stands for.
Thank you.
How can you become a part of her motivation?
Thank you. Well, we have several events, which I
Okay.
spoke about earlier, called Her Groove. We have Her Groove Power Lunch, which is our midweek burst of motivation. A lot of people call it Hump Day. We try to have it on Wednesdays.
Oh, good.
But we just call it that motivational moment. We come together and we celebrate each other. We celebrate each other's grooves. And then we have empowerment sessions. One of the
deal.
last empowerment sessions we talked about was whose shoes are you really wearing?
Wow.
And it may have Jessica Simpson's name on it, but does it really? Are you really walking in insecurity? You
Oh
know,
my
what are
gosh.
you really wearing?
Yeah.
What are you really walking in? And so we come together and we help them when we try to empower them to motivate their world. And what I
Sure.
mean by that is your immediate world around you. The world is gigantic, but you have a world that you need to motivate. Your voice, you know, one of my favorite things is that there's no voice without significance.
That's right.
So your voice means something to somebody.
It does.
What you're saying.
It really does.
So,
And that's the thing, because I know that we're exploring so many avenues right about
Yes.
now. Let's open up for questions really
Sure.
quick. Okay, do we have a
Awesome.
question?
I want to hear about the book, Drop the
Yes.
Rock.
Yeah.
You know, and you stole the words
Right.
right out of my mouth. I was like, okay, we're going to go back into
Yes.
Drop the Rock, but thank you, Shelley. We really appreciate that. You know, because I can talk about motivation all day, but we want to talk about Drop the Rock, which
Yes.
is Maricia's latest book. So tell us about Drop the Rock.
Drop the Rock it's a part of the movement that you're talking about with her motivation. And Drop the Rock actually is a biblical story that brought me peace in a time of my life where I really felt uncertain.
Sure.
And the scripture is based on is Judges 9:53. And that scripture says that a certain woman dropped a millstone out of a window and crushed the king's skull. Now, why that's important is the only description the Bible gave us about this woman was that she was certain. It does not give us any titles. It doesn't give us her education. It does not give us her degrees. It does
Sure.
not say whether she was wealthy, whether she was tall, slim, voluptuous. It says that she's certain.
Sure.
Certain means to be inevitable, bound to happen, sure to come. And so if you would take that word certain and what it means, and it would say an inevitable woman dropped the rock. It means that her destiny was certain. It was certain that she was supposed to be right there dropping that rock.
Sure.
That king was coming to take out her livelihood.
Oh, no.
And that's how we feel when we feel uncertain. We feel like those circumstances are overwhelming us. That king, this is, you know, really literally a story. I hope that everyone takes out the time to read it in the Bible. But the king was coming against, imagine she's washing the clothes at the riverside.
Oh, yeah.
And then she hears all these screams, get to the tower. Someone's coming and invading her peace. That situation is coming and invading her life. She's got children. She's got, you know, her little village, her tent. Whatever she has is hers.
Right.
And she's coming. She drops this millstone out of the window. She kills the king. Well, that was Old Testament. So
Sure.
she's dropping a natural rock out of the window. But today we have Jesus Christ in the New
Right.
Testament. He is our rock and he is our salvation. We can take Jesus Christ and the words that he gave us and drop that rock of the word on every situation that is hindering us
Yes.
and making us feel negative.
This is fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
I wish we had a little bit more time
Yes.
to talk a little bit more about this, but you've just got to come back and tell us a little bit more about Drop the Rock,
Yes.
everyone. A
Yes.
must-read.
Yes.
Maricia Sherman is the author. Be sure to get that. And
Thank
Maricia,
you.
can you tell us how we can get that? The
Yes,
book.
yes. You can go to my website, which is hermotivation.org, and you can purchase it from the website. There's a link there. Also, you can give me a call, and also we have a Her Groove Facebook group where everybody comes together and everybody writes out their grooves, and you can contact me there as well. My Twitter handle is Her Groove, of course.
Yes.
So I'm Queen Groove. I like it. I like that a lot. And so you can
Wonderful.
contact me there, or you can contact me here at Business Over Coffee. I'm always here fellowshipping
deal.
with
Good deal.
everybody.
Okay, we have one comment before we
We
go.
actually have an announcement of what's
Okay.
taking place on the first Friday in
Yes.
September.
Yes.
Drum roll.
Yes. Thank you. We will begin on the first Friday of September Her Groove Radio. So the ladies will be able to call and discuss all about their grooves, interact and celebrate one another. We're gonna have a fabulous time,
Yes.
Katrina,
Yes,
grooving together, talking about everybody's networking and talking about, girl, you better drop that rock. We're gonna put out that motivation.
I
And when
love
somebody calls, say, well, I'm feeling this, we're gonna say, drop that rock.
There you go.
You know,
There
we're
you
going to
go.
talk about it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're going to talk about the overwhelming situations that may feel like, you know, that we're limited. And we're going to tell them, no, that you're not limited, that you have her motivation and that you have other people around you, and share, be transparent about what's going on in the world. And
Fantastic.
that it's that pep rally on
It
wheels
is.
for
It
me and
is.
you.
Oh, yeah,
And before we
bet.
go, everybody knows
VOCI Talk Radio is sponsoring your show
Yes.
through the end
Yes.
of the year.
Yes,
So
they
she will be
are.
on our
Yes.
show.
Yes. Everybody knows I never leave without giving you some motivation.
All right.
So this is for you.
Oh,
It
thank
is filled with
you.
chocolate, the most wonderful motivating
Oh,
thing that
my
God ever
God.
created.
Who told you?
And
you
so-
like chocolate? Oh, I love chocolate.
And so that's for you. Thank you so much for
You're
having
very
me. I
welcome.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
for
And thank you,
being
Sherry,
here.
and Mrs. Overall.
Maricia Sherman, everyone. Bringing everyone together. That's what we do at Business Over Coffee International. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll be back soon, okay? All right.
Nice to meet you. That was great.